most TV and radio reps are not very knowledgeable about their digital. They're selling it as part of a package, and they usually bring somebody else in to talk about it.
You know, they knew enough to be kind of dangerous. They, I would guess they would do okay direct to the customer. But since I do this for a living, they did not seem very knowledgeable to me at all. They knew like the standard sizes, they knew that there could be animation, and that was about it.
If they're going to have credibility in the online space, they need to learn the lingo better. They need to read the trades more about it. It's moving so quickly. It's very easy to spot someone who doesn't understand it well. They come in and they just start using the language of 5 years ago, 6 years ago, using the term hyperlink. I mean, it's classic. I hear sales reps come in and they use it, and we can hyperlink your ad to your site. Well, yeah, no one uses the word hyperlink anymore, but yes, there's a click through to our site. I understand.
My problem wouldn't be so much with the salespeople. If the stations have dedicated people, that this is the avenue that newspaper and television have pursued. They've hired dedicated people who are not just technical people that are hidden in the back room. They are people who come out with the salespeople and make a good case for their product and explain and demonstrate their product to us. I would say perhaps radio needs to be doing a better job of that.
Some of our largest advertisers who get very excited about our approach to personalization have asked us to go approach them. And it's been frankly a pretty frustrating experience because they still speak in the language of demos, and demos is such a blunt instrument, and our whole business is built around a different characterization scheme of audiences that are not demo based. So we kind of have a miss, and that's a little bit challenging.
Most radio reps, they typically are selling against other radio stations, and that's how they position themselves. Mm-hmm. At agencies like mine, we're looking at all different types of channels, and I think the radio rep that can position it where it fits in across all channels and why it makes the most sense is the one that ultimately is going to get the business.
I think the most critical thing for any seller in general, maybe not just digital, but in general, through the years I've learned, and I couldn't even tell you where I got this from, but I learned that a good rep is one that gives a buyer what they want, when they want it, how they want it, in the form that they asked for. So the challenge is always knowing the goal of the buyer and the client. And if whether it's digital or terrestrial, if it's provided that way, it makes it a lot easier to make the client happy, to make the seller happy, rather than just giving it in the form that the rep is comfortable with. It shouldn't do all things for all people. It should have a demographic. It should have a strong way of hitting that core target. And that's what the pure plays and the radio stations of the world need to learn, is it needs to make sense. And I think there's room for all of the vehicles.